I'm gonna make a bold claim. You know who Rachel Maksy is. And you know she likes a certain skirt.
I recently just purchased this pattern from the 70s, I believe. And I have made this longer skirt a lot of times, and I really love this pattern. For the longer pinafore, I am going to use the bottom half of this, which I have used about 1 trillion times, and I'm sure you're not sick of it at all.
But how does it size up? You read that title right. I am going to be taking my plus size self with my bust of 46, waist of 40, and hips of I have no idea because I normally make things with a really full skirt, as in this case. And I am going to be sizing up from a bust 36 pattern of Simplicity 9008. How did I find this pattern? I, of course, did not take a road trip to Atlanta, Georgia to borrow my friends, and then I got there and realized that she has 4 of them in a full size run. Did I line them up one back to another to see how much it scaled up? No, that would have been too easy, apparently, as I am thinking of that right now. And after management team Howie really made sure that I was doing this correctly, I had my whole pattern traced out. And this video is a part of the Gunnesaxoween collaboration, started by Gwen Shenanigans on Instagram. I'll make sure to link her information down below. And I do believe there's a couple other creators, at least here on YouTube, that have done some projects for that. Most notably, I can think of Lady Rebecca Fashions I've seen do one so far, but I haven't seen anyone else. But if I do find any, I will also link their makes down below. And now what is a move that might very well possibly lose me subscribers? I am going to take this beautiful 1970s pink floral dimity and I am going to go dye it black, the color of my soul. So let's go ahead and see if I can do this because I've exactly read one thing on the back of the packaging and I've watched exactly one YouTube video, so therefore, I'm an expert. That's how this internet thing works, right? Let's go. That did not work. Okay, it's fine. After wrangling my giant pile of fabric downstairs onto my very tiny kitchen scale, I realized that I had just shy of 2 pounds. So it was time to do this with my Home Depot bucket, my giant plastic tub, which I was really hoping meaning that my bathroom wouldn't be covered in black dye, and fun fact, that wasn't correct. My Procyon MX Jet Black dye, my soda ash dye fixer, a tablespoon, a measuring cup, a larger measuring cup, and a giant slotted spoon. Ah yes, and we can't forget those gloves and handy masks so that you don't breathe in any of these fumes.
One hour later.
Once that first hour had gone by, I did pop that into the washing machine because I figured, yeah, this will be great. It'll be relatively dark.
A few moments later.
Well, it's done. Let's see what we got. It's kind of like a gray with pink. Oh, man. So I went ahead and headed over to Instagram and asked y'all if I should dye it again, and well, that was quick. And fun fact, there are still corners in my bathroom that are still vaguely black. Day 1 began with a surreptitious trip to Staples, because my printer of 11 years has officially died the glorious death and won't even scan anything for me anymore, or color copy, or black and white copy. So I went ahead and copied out all my pattern pieces. I'm pretty sure that's just a holdover from being a pattern dealer, but I just didn't feel right cutting into the original that I had traced out, just in case I want to do this again. And once I got home with my spoils, I actually had to size up the thing. But this time around, I figured I would give it an actual go instead of just me hacking and slashing at it. So I actually watched a few tutorials on how to do a proper full bust adjustment. And while it wasn't the best, and if you thought the tape was going to be a real tape dispenser, you were sadly incorrect. It worked. I will say that I do believe that it looks correct to what I was told to do. Oh yeah, and the rest of the pieces were just hacked and slashed as usual. Oh wait, you can't see this. Hang on. Much better. Sorry for the crappy audio. I don't have a microphone. Anyway, yeah, there we go. It could go out a little bit here, but it's not the world's worst. It falls nicely over the apex. I like that. But we have a slight non-closure issue in the back, so like, not gonna happen. Also, this is a great camera angle. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and add like, I don't know, an extra inch or two, just like along the back edge, because, well, I'm classy like that. I mean, hey, I made a mock-up. It's something, right? Okay, let's go. And now for everyone's favorite game, what did Stephanie do next? Did she A, go back to the drawing table, size up that back bodice, and go ahead and make herself a proper mock-up? No! Did she instead just go ahead and take apart that mock-up and just cut out the front pieces that actually lined up correctly? Also, no. If you guessed, take the skirt that you sized up and go ahead and cut out all 12 pieces on the floor because you just can't be bothered to deal with any more sizing up and you just want to cut things out and feel like you've gotten somewhere. Ding, 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 ding. You are the winner. Good morning! How are you? I have something on my eyeball, so I'm not putting any makeup on, and I just can't be bothered today, or many days. Anyway, not talking about that. We're talking about the project. Well, I did finish the skirt. It's been now hanging off the dress form for day and a half, because I didn't do anything yesterday. It's Thursday. I was supposed to do things on Wednesday, and I didn't. I just didn't. I've just been very stopped by this whole bodice situation. So I have this here, you can see my finished side front, which still falls relatively close to where my actual like side is. I think it might need to scoot back a ½ inch here, but the back piece, I don't know how I messed this up to be so different. At the top, it needs to come out like another inch to be able to be sewn closed, not just closed with a breath. And the bottom is like a total of 4 inches, so I need to split it by 2. So it's like, I need to add, it needs to like trim down to like start here at 1.5 inches and then go down to like 3.5 inches. I don't know how I messed that up. All my calculations said I did it right, but instead, I did not. I'm gonna go fix my pattern screw up, cut out a back piece, baste it on again, and hopefully this one actually closes, and then we'll move forward with the rest of it, and it should be okay once I figure out how to attach the skirt and the bodice situation. All right, let's go do the thing, because I don't want to. And then I forgot how to YouTube. What is it with me in day 3 and not pushing the record button? Good morning, friends. This is the face of a person who procrastinated way too hard in this project. I do not advise having an existential crisis in the middle of a project. It's not fun. It doesn't mean it gets done on time either. Oh yeah, did I mention tomorrow's my birthday too? So I was supposed to just do something fun for my birthday? Well, let's... we'll see if that happens. Anyway, what did I get done last night? Off camera because I'm a rockin' YouTuber. Well, I got all this done. And it's very sheer, and I'm really glad I lined the entire thing. So all the front pieces are together, and if you go to your friend's house and borrow a pattern from them and take good, clear photos on your fancy-dancy camera there, do not then try and read those instructions off of the back of your camera screen at midnight trying to figure out how to attach this belt. Do not advise. 0 out of 10. So I think I did this right, according to the tiny screen that I was looking at, and basically the diagrams. I was just trying to go off the diagrams. But the list of things I have to get done today, oh, there's so many things. I have to size up the collar, because I haven't done that yet. I have to make the collar. Yup, equally not done that. I did make the straps. Bam! I made them 2 1/4 inches wide, and then sewed with 5/8 inch seam allowance. And I'm going to cut it, trim it, turn it, and I made them like as long as my head to my hip, so way too long, but I just wanted to have lots to work with, and I'll just sew off the other end when I figure out what length I want. Oh, then I have to touch the fashion fabric to the lining, and then I have to do the zipper and attach the skirt, not in that order, because that would be disastrous. I have to hem the thing, and I have to install all the lighting. Oh yeah, and I'm supposed to go, show you all this tonight while it's like dusk so that there's still some light. So I guess I should probably stop talking and go ahead and get sewing because I've got way too much to do. I'm just popping in to say that the next time I get the bright idea to add trim in between my little collar pieces, somebody remind me how long that takes and that when I'm trying to do a project all in one day, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And disaster struck in 3, 2, 1, shit. Yes, indeed, friends, I did go ahead and somehow manage to sew the bodice to itself during this whole process.
Here's Johnny!
So I had to go ahead and pull out that seam ripper to go ahead and deal with my mistake. There's also a very special place in heaven for any of you that actually know how to properly seam rip dimity, because I am not that person, and please don't ask to look at that part of my garment, because it is not pretty. And with that bodice and skirt attached, I went ahead and dealt with the hem and zipper off camera because it was time for a reveal. But how does it look at night? And done. Overall, I mean, there's pluses and minuses here. Bonus is I really like the ridiculously long skirt. Downside is this really needed a underskirt because the lights and my feet keep getting tangled and it's annoying. I still need to, I have to show the actual straps in because safety pins for the win. I'm not super impressed with this pattern. I enjoy the skirt part, so I totally get why Rachel uses the skirt all the time. And I also want to say, thank you very much, Rachel, for letting me use some of your footage at the beginning, because otherwise this really wouldn't have made much sense. I do think this pattern sizes up nicely, especially because the skirt was like, oh, I'm gonna add a 3/4 inch, and then hey, look, it goes from a waist 28 to a waist 38 or 40, whatever the heck I made this to. I don't know. It's big. It works for me. But I don't love it. I'm proud of myself for doing the full bust adjustment, and it actually pretty much worked. Like, I think the apex was a touch high, but that's only because I changed bras because I realized my regular bra was gonna just like show straight through here, so I had to go to a long line strapless edition. So that sort of adjusted that, which is my own fault. But I don't love it. I had to tack down these little collar bits because they kept going like this. And I'm pretty sure it's because I added that trim through here that's really thick. It's also dimity. I'm really afraid that I'm just gonna like rip it by sneezing on it wrong. My lights also keep getting caught because they keep falling out of the crappy stitches I made last night. So I enjoy the skirt pattern. I think it was a successful size up. So I do think that if you like the lines of this dress, it's absolutely worth your time to scale it up for yourself. It's just not my style. I normally like 40s, 50s shenanigans, and this ain't either of those. But it's pretty, it's flowy, and I think once I put an underskirt in and probably remove the light sections, I might find somewhere to wear it, but it's just not going to be an everyday addition to my wardrobe. But still think it was a success. Huzzah! If you enjoyed this little trial of sizing up a pattern, make sure you click the like button. That way I know to do more of them. Comment down below with what your favorite Gunne Sax pattern that you have used so far is, or just generally what pattern you've used that you enjoy the most. Maybe if there's enough people that find one, maybe I'll size that one up. Also make sure that you are subscribing so you can see future endeavors. I do think I am going to take a week off, friends, or I might do a live next week, I don't know, but I'm very tired and I need a week. So I will keep you posted on my community tabs to what I do next. And until next time, friends, stay spooky. We'll see y'all next time. Bye! Oh my God, stop blowing me out. I mean, you can stay here till the end of the video, because, you know, retention rate, but, no. I'm about to make, apparently no words in a sentence. I just forgot who did this originally.
Suspicious, anyway.
Oh, that's TikTok. That's not helpful.
You stink, you need a bath.
Okay, let's do it again. Make it quicker though, make it snappier. Excellent. Now I'm done. 'Cause it's my birthday and I don't wanna... Oh, that's recording.